Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Akil and welcome back to another special video for the channel, guys. Now, before I get started, I do want to point out that until the iPad that I use uh, for my videos gets fixed, if not, maybe we'll get a new iPad, I don't know. Unfortunately, I'll be using this app on my phone called InShot to record and make my videos. I have used it before, but while it is similar to iMovie, unfortunately this is what you guys have to deal with now. Then again, this is not a super big channel to begin with, but I'm still trying my best. Anyways, the title says we are going over my top 10 favorite theme park rides of all time. Now, I put out a video early this year on my channel in the special videos playlist of my ranking of all the theme parks from amusement parks and water parks I've been to. But in this video, we're going to be going over specifically my favorite theme park rides. So without any more time wasting, we're just gonna jump right into this list. And starting off with at number 10, we have Pirates of the Caribbean. This ride is fun. I really enjoy it. And I've been to both the Disney World and Disneyland version of the ride. However, I will say the Disneyland version of the ride is definitely better than the Disney World version of the ride. There's a little more thrills there, I believe. So I think that's also where I got the t-shirt from. They have each ride has like a gift shop, a gift store, and all that next to it. So there's that. But I do really like the ride, and it's a fun water ride, and it's probably my favorite water-based ride, I would say, because I can't really see, and I don't think any of these other rides are water or not, they don't. But overall, I think it's a really fun ride, and this ride actually was the one that was responsible for the movies. It's not the other way around. This is one of those rare cases where the ride came first, then the movie, and then because the movie is so successful, movies, they decided to change it and base it on the films and have like Jack Sparrow GP there. So there's that. All right, number nine is going to be Soaring. Soaring is a really fun ride, and this is specifically soaring over the world, not soaring over America. I do really like Soaring. However, the screen can get kind of warped depending where you're seeing on and all that, but it's a really fun ride and it's a nice flying theater. It's not super intense or anything like that, and it's really cool just flying over the world in just this one quick 5-10 minute thing. I think it's like 5 minutes, I don't even know, but Soaring's really immersive at times because you can like smell the places and the locations and all that, and it's so funny every time. Like when they showed Sydney, it was just really cool because me and my family are from here, from there. We live here, and when we went to the States and went on this ride, and they showed that, it's like, hey, shout out our place. So yeah. But overall, I do really like soaring. I've not done soaring over America, but I think that's normal, right? So there's that. All right, number eight is going to be a childhood kind of favorite of mine, and that's Scooby Doo Spooky Coaster. This ride's solid. I do like it, but it is like a roller coaster. I'm not a big fan of it, which is why it's only number eight. But I've grown to appreciate this ride over the years. However, Scooby Doo has been going over some a few issues. Or I should say, Spooky Coaster has been having some issues recently. So there's that. But anyway, I've not been in this ride in years now. So there's that. But I don't know how many people still go in it when they do go to Movie World in Queensland, or I should say in Gold Coast. But anyway, I do like this ride, but it is pretty much an indoor coaster. It's like the closest thing we'll get to like Space Mountain, where it's kind of in darkness, even though it's not really, but it's inside this massive like show building. So this that. But overall, I do like it. It's also one of the only coasters on this list. I believe it actually might be the only coaster on this list. Yeah, as all these others are like motion simulators. I've said before I'm a fan of them, so there's that. I said that in my theme park ranking video. All right, number seven is Star Tours: The Adventure Continues. This is a really fun ride. It's a Star Wars ride, the only Star Wars ride I've actually been on. Sadly, because when we went to the States twice, East Coast and West Coast, we sadly didn't go to Galaxy's Edge. It was still not open yet, unfortunately. So we just missed it. It was on the cusp of opening, but we just missed it. So that's unfortunate. But I've heard great things about both Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, and Rise of the Resistance, which apparently is one of the greatest rides ever. So there's that. But I am more interested in Smuggler's Run because I have heard there's a bit of a drop at one point in Rise of Resistance. Yes, I shouldn't get spoiled, but of rides I haven't been on, but it is what it is. Anyway, Star Tours is fun. I really do enjoy it, and the fact that they kind of updated it uh over the years is pretty cool, I would say. All right, number 6 is Radiator Springs Races. This is a really fun cars ride, and cars is super nostalgic to me. So of course this one is special to me, I would say, and it is quite thrilling and intense at times, but it's really fun. It's not too bad and all that. It does have a bit of a coaster vibe to it for sure, I would say, but it's a really fun ride. And who doesn't love cars? I mean, if you were born in like the 2000s or late 90s era, you probably have some nostalgia for the cars IP overall. And I know some people would probably look at this and go, really, that's on your list? Okay, but it's really solid. And from what I've heard, that now they want to make Cars Land. I think people would rather choose this over whatever that new Cars Land is going to be in. I don't even know which Disney park it is. I can't remember. All right, getting in the top 5 now. Number 5 is The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. This is an awesome motion simulator. It does feel a bit old school and dated now, I can't lie, but it is one of my favorites in the entire world. I love it. It's just a blast. It's a really fun ride, and all these other rides here are pretty much like that, except one is slightly different. It's not really motion simulator, but I still really love this ride, and Spider-Man's awesome, and it's just a really fun, immersive experience. And yeah, that's all I can really say about it. All right, number 4 is Transformers: The Ride 3D. This is also one of my favorite motion simulators ever. It's a little more intense than Spider-Man, a little more newer and updated compared to Spider-Man in terms of like the graphics and stuff, but it's still a really fun ride. And who doesn't love being in the world of Transformers, unless you really just don't like these characters at all? I'm sure people who don't like Transformers also like this ride. So yeah, overall, I love this ride. I think it's amazing. And yeah, I mean, if you haven't been to any of the Universal parks in the world, this is one that you have to absolutely go to and do this ride. So there's that. I don't know if Transformers is in Singapore. It might be, but overall, this is a great ride. Now, in third place, at number 3 is going to be Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. This ride is such a unique experience. It's not really like a motion simulator. It's like this very immersive Indiana Jones experience where you sit in this car and then you pretend you're like driving around it. Like, I actually got a chance to be in the driver's seat. That was awesome. And it was really cool. You get all this like practical effects and sets around you. It's the best mix of like practical effects and like, motion simulated stuff, and it's really fun. There's one part the boulder chases you and then you go down a hill. It's awesome. It's not too scary, so I think you'll really enjoy it. I mean, I'm someone that doesn't like big drops and roller coasters, so yeah, if you ask me personally, I was fine with it. So there's that. And overall, it's a really fun ride. I think we did this ride twice actually, so there's that. Overall, it's really fun. I highly recommend it if you guys have not been on this ride. I mean, if you guys live in the state, you guys can easily go to these parks and ride them. But if you don't have a Disneyland in your country, unfortunately, it's not going to be easy for you to go there ASAP. But don't worry, your time will come. I mean, I didn't expect to go to Disneyland as soon as I did, but I'm so glad I did. So there's that. I mean, I'm also lucky enough to say I've been to Disneyland and Disney World. So there's that. All right. Number 2, our runner-up for my favorite ride in the world is going to be Batman Night Flight. Now, this ride is so close to being my favorite ride ever, but number 1 just has a bit more of an edge to it. This ride is still thrilling, it's still fun. I just personally get more out of number 1 because of how different it is. It isn't just one screen-based ride, there's other stuff going on there too. This is an awesome experience. I loved this ride so much when we went to WB World, Warner Bros. World Abu Dhabi back in late 2023. So about 2 years from now, I would say. But anyway, this ride is awesome. I love this park as well. And this ride was just made for me. I love Batman. I love the world of DC. And this ride was so good. However, it's not as good as number 1. Number 1 is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. My God, this ride is something else, man. I've heard apparently though people have thrown up going on this ride and all that. And you know what's funny? Both times that I went on this ride were not perfect for me. The first time I went, it was very overwhelming because this is like something totally unique for a person, I'm sure. If you've never been on it, it might seem like a lot. But then the second time I went on it, I knew what to expect, obviously, and I was a little older, but it got stuck. We were like hanging from one point and it was just stuck there for like a couple of seconds or something, almost a whole minute or something. and then we had to continue without doing much of this move effects and so that. It was very strange. Like, I don't think I've ever been stuck on a ride like that before, and it felt really like uh uncomfortable just sitting there, but kind of scary just dangling our legs like that. But overall, Harry Potter and Forbidden Journey is still a world-class ride and attraction. I feel like this is the ride everyone is trying to beat now. So that, I mean, we'll see what happens with Disneyland in Abu Dhabi in the future, and we'll see what happens with all these other rides. I mean, coming out in the future as well with Villains Land and all that, and of course Epic Universe. And yeah, it's this is definitely something special. This is definitely something really special, and I love this ride so much. Batman Night Flight is pretty much a clone of Forbidden Journey, but Forbidden Journey is just, I still think, one of a kind in my opinion. It has the screen-based stuff. It also has other stuff as well that make it really cool and immersive. Yeah, I love this ride so much. As a Harry Potter fan, it's my favorite film franchise of all time. This ride, it's so special. But guys, that's it. That's my ranking of not really ranking, but that's my top 10 favorite rides of all time. Theme park rides, yeah. And I do want to say next month, the last special video for the year is going to be very different. Hopefully you guys find that at least somewhat interesting. So there's that, but look forward to that next month. There are still some more things to come. I do plan on getting my season 4 Hunter x Hunter review out very soon. I did see 3 episodes today, and hopefully I can finish it before the week ends, and then I'll be done with season 4. And then we got 2 more seasons. I don't know if I can cover both the other anime I plan to this year, because for some reason latter half of this year I've been very lazy and all that. But regardless, I'm still trying to put in the effort. I still have to also catch up on some new movies that came out, like Frankenstein, The Lost Bus. I still haven't seen Ballerina and Snow White, but I do want to try and get those out as soon as possible. But guys, that's all I have to say for now for my video for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you think about this list? Share your list of your top 10 favorite theme park rides in the world as of right now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. My name is Akil, otherwise known as the Comic Director, and I'm signing out.